Another warning about the U.S. housing market, but it's not what you think. Also, we're going to go over some of the most priciest homes sold in California last year next. Welcome everyone to Real Estate Daily. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage markets. Now, we saw some wild swings in the jumbo market yesterday. In fact, last 4 or 5 days, it's crazy, but we'll go over that as well. But before we jump into that, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Boom, boom. It helps out our channel so much, and I'm going to give you the best 5 to 10 minutes in real estate on a daily basis. Let's jump right into it. Harsh warning. This is very interesting. Fox News. Harsh warning on U.S. real estate market issued. America needs more housing. Can't say it enough. Been saying it for years. When you see Fannie and Freddie come out and say we're millions of homes short, and then on the other hand, as the homes are being just bought up like crazy, you see all these news outlets saying, oh, the housing market's crashing 20, 30, 40%. There's just not enough houses. Guys, realize that BlackRock, Blackstone, JP Morgan, Chase, Goldman Sachs are buying homes. They have a ton of money sitting on the sidelines, waiting, even in a capitulation, or if there's some foreclosures, they're going to come in and start scooping them up. And they have been, and they're going to rent them out. It completely makes sense. It's supply and demand. If you continue to watch the media, they will continue to FUD the housing market over and over. Why? It's for their buddies, their big buddies. These big, huge hedge funds or retirement funds, they are the ones that are going to buy up America. That's the whole plan behind it. Stop listening to them. This is a real article. And it's been preached over and over to people like me, boots on the street, that see that there's just not any inventory out there. So, got it? If you like what I'm talking about right now, hit that like button and let's jump into the next article. Now, this is going to kind of coordinate with our last article, which is about interest rates, which says mortgage rates inch up. Homebuyers are waiting for rates to decrease more significantly. Freddie Mac says, guys, come on, Freddie. The last 45 days, we're in a holiday season. Nobody wants to really buy homes. Not a lot of sellers put their homes on the market. We still are up from 21 to 22. So December 21 to December 22, if you bought a home on average in the United States, you have equity. Your house went up. So the housing crisis is not there. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, for home builders, they're not building. I care, but don't FUD the whole market over 5% of the entire market. That makes no sense. That's what media does. I personally think that rates will slow down just a little bit, but I think we're in a shock for February 1st when the Fed comes out and they talk about their rate hike that they're going to have. And then they're going to turn around and they're going to talk about having more rate hikes in the future, and that will probably get interest rates up. So we'll see a slow meltdown in rates going down, then we'll see that jump. Next article. All right, Southern California's weirdest and wild real estate market, the priciest home sales in 2022. Guess whose home was the highest priced home sold? It is Sly. Sylvester Stallone. Look at this beauty. Man, 21,000 square foot mega mansion in Beverly Hills. Well, looks like Sly didn't really get a whole lot of money that he wanted out of it. He wanted $110 million. Come on, brother. I think we have a very, very small amount of people buying homes in the $100 million range. Producer Emmy, what do you think? Yeah, maybe 1% of the market, quarter percent of the market. Well, guess what? It went from 110 to $58 million. Sorry, Sly. And it was sold to Adele, which was kind of crazy. So I didn't know Adele had that much money, especially to blow on these homes that are, you know, way up in Beverly Hills. Wow, crazy. Let's go on the next one. Well, here we go. Looks like the gentleman says, who bought this? Some crazy person bought this. Says Michael Rubin, chief executive of esports, set an all-time record at the Hollywood Hills when he shelled out $70 million for a property once owned by Ronald Reagan. And he looks like he's rehabbing it. I mean, the picture, I hate to say it, bro, but $70 million only gets you a beater house, right? You know, I need to rehab this house. And on top of that, where's the view? I mean, I'm sure there's a view, but you have houses, you have neighbors. Who the hell wants a neighbor for $70 million? Crazy. Well, let's go to the next one. Well, look what Kimi Kardashian, I think she owns like 5 of these up and down the coast. Hey, you know what? If I have to go up and down the coast, I need to powder my nose every 15 minutes. Let me go buy another mansion up and down and go on PCH. Guys, she shelled out $70.4 million on a, 7,500 square foot property. I mean, does it feel like home when you walk into a 7,500 square foot home? There could be 3 families living in it. You wouldn't even know they were there, right? I mean, what is your workout regimen? Let me walk my house? Let's get physical? Come on, guys. This is crazy. And this was once owned by Cindy Crawford. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the rich and famous homes here. Another one, $75 million. For months, rumors swirled where Drake, perhaps the world's biggest hip-hop star, would buy a home. The rapper toured this house, and it looks like he bought it quietly, paid $75 million. Once owned by Robin Williams. It's almost like the who's who in buying homes. I mean, it's like, I got a bigger, and I got a bigger. No, I got a bigger. No, I got a bigger. No, I paid more than your bigger. I mean, come on, guys. 75. What do you do with these things? I mean, I don't even know what you say. All right, so let's get up to Malibu. It looks like $91 million. Massive continues to thank video game designer John Burton, who sold a 6.6 acres for $91 million. Wow. He paid $36.5 in 2022, but he originally wanted 120. I think he made out maybe $60 million, and he held up for 10 years. Yeah. Woo! Then we're looking at the $100 million stuff. I don't even want to look at. Daughter of late Public Storage founder B. Wayne Hughes. She wanted $127 million, took a haircut, $27.5 million off of this, sold for $100 million. Gosh damn. You kind of wonder why, here's this is a heir, making these payments, doing these things, right? It's not even someone who actually made the money. I believe Byron Allen's the one that bought this. We reported that last, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Holy crap, $100 million. Wow. I think that could set records, I mean, in 2022 here in Southern California, it absolutely did. Yep, rich and famous playing Monopoly. Next, here comes the rates. 30-year conforming went up about 2 basis points, still staying under 6.5, holding it. 30-year FHA went up 3 basis points. It's starting to play with 6.5, but look at the jumbo, guys. It went up a half. It went up 50 or 46 basis points. It blew by FHA conventional. The risk on for higher end loans are now blowing up. They don't want to go write those loans. There's a lot of risk in it, especially when we continue to see the amount of blue and white collar layoffs that are happening all over the place. You're just seeing a very cautious mortgage industry. I literally think that they're going to kind of freak out a little bit here when we see February 1st. They might still think that there's a pivot point that the Fed's not talking about, but let's make it clear. This week, when the Fed came out with their minutes from December, all 12 members of the Fed said they were not going to see a pivot in 2023. It wasn't a 50-50 split. It wasn't like 2 or 3 outliers. Every one of them said it. Now, it's not so much a pivot if they stop raising rates, but it also is where, they continue to raise it a quarter point. We're looking at probably 5.5. They said that their target was to reevaluate everything. So we've got a little ways to go before we get there. With that being said, job market is like a rubber band. It's always trailing. And if it slingshots forward, I think that we're going to see a huge amount of people out there that are not going to be able to make their payments or not buy anything. And we're going to see that slow down. Now, I watched quite a lot of podcasts, and I saw a number of people that live in Las Vegas say that this December in Las Vegas was one of the biggest Decembers. More people were there. It was so overcrowded in December that they just didn't see consumer spending going down. At least the upper echelon, maybe the middle class and upper middle class, they still have quite a lot of money. But we're going to find out here in 2023, if you have money on hedge funds or wealth funds or any of that stuff, I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times, not financial advice, custody your how do I want to say this? Custody your future. That's what I'm saying. Figure it out. I don't care where you put it. You do the research. That wealth fund manager gets paid. If he goes down 20%, or it goes down 100%. He doesn't care. He gets paid. It doesn't matter. Anyone else you would have fired if he blew $50,000 to $100,000 of your money in a year's time. He doesn't get fired. He just continues to make big money off of you. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. I hope that you liked it. Any comments, leave down below. Otherwise, I will see you on Monday. Have a fantastic and safe weekend.